as always, with your host, Chuck Stevenson. Tonight we're coming at you with a fight review. We're going all the way over to Seoul, South Korea for Road FC 51 XX. This was the main event, the atomweight championship. Seo-Hee defending her title against she's not, I wouldn't say she's like the #1 atomweight contender, but Jeong-Eun Park, probably the best homegrown contender they had for Ham. I guess they wanted to go with a homegrown contender instead of bringing in international talent this time. So let's see. So first round, Ham drew first blood with a left. Park was feinting a lot, but not throwing much to start the round. Park was constantly moving on the outside. Ham was stalking, but mainly looking to force Park to strike so that Ham could counter. She kept that left hand cocked the entire time. Park landed a grazing left high kick at about the 3-minute mark. About 2 minutes 45 left. Ham comes in with the strike. She started getting frustrated. Clinched against the cage. A few reversals of the position. Then a trip takedown by Ham at 4:35 and landed in Park's half guard. Park was able to use deep half guard to get back up, and round ended with Park on the outside of the clinch against the cage. Second round, they started good with some good exchanges early. Both were landing. Park was showing good footwork by separating after landing a really nice ducking uppercut. More exchanges in the center, with Park constantly using her footwork and head movement to stay on the outside and circle around, with Ham still stalking. At about the 3-minute mark, Ham came forward with a real nice combo, and then about 40 seconds later, Ham came forward again. Every time Ham would actually come forward with her strikes was when she did her best and landed her best strikes. She clinched again, landed some good knees from the inside of the clinch because Park was able to get to the outside again. Park was constantly, definitely the stronger fighter in the clinch. They separated. Park started throwing some like unpredictable strikes. Like she'd throw a kick and then she'd throw a punch, and then she threw a low kick and then a higher kick. She's being really unpredictable. So Ham was getting frustrated. Rushed forward again with strikes. At about 4 minutes and 40-second mark, Park went for a very sloppy throw, hip toss. Ended up with Ham on top in half guard, and Ham was able to immediately pass to mount. Ham started landing GMP, and Park was possibly saved by the bell. Fighters came out in the third round. Park went low for a takedown in less than 20 seconds in. No setup, anything. She went low. Ham sat on it and looked to try to get like a high back mount, possibly go for an armbar. But Park was able to drive Ham forward to the cage. She tried sitting down on Ham's legs to trap her there, but Ham was able to get back up, and Park immediately went for a really bad suplex attempt, with Ham landing on top again, and she was able to pass to half guard. Ham started landing some good GMP from there. About the halfway mark into the round, Park was able to scramble and get into position for a knee bar. She was able to stretch the leg out. It looked kind of deep, but Ham was pretty flexible. She kept going. She kept defending it with body strikes, and then she'd reach way over top and land some head strikes. She was eventually able to escape to get back to Park's guard and land some more GMP. The ref stood them up with about a minute to go. I didn't think it was like necessary stand up, but I think he just wanted to force the action more. Park landed a nice right hand out of nowhere, but then she whiffed on a high kick. Again, because of Park's footwork and head movement, Ham was forced to move forward with the strikes again to get the clinch and that's where the fight ended with Ham on the outside controlling the clinch. So things to work on. We'll start with Park. She lost a unanimous decision. I thought she did really well with her footwork and her head and body movement. Like, she didn't just bob and weave with the head. She was moving her whole body to avoid a lot of strikes by Ham. I mean, Ham was finding success with the left, but her jab wasn't very good. She really had to miss a lot of the jabs and paw her lead hand out a lot in order to get that left hand. So I thought Park did really well on that. Park's biggest problem, though, is were her throws. She tried a suplex, she tried a hip toss, both failed. So she really needs to work on setting those up and make sure that she has them set up before she does them. Because, I mean, she rushed them both, especially the suplex in the third round. She rushed it. Really messed up on that. And, I mean, overall, she needs to work on her ground game more. I think, her camp needs to bring in a wrestler, some good wrestlers, or she needs to go to a good better wrestling-based gym than Team Strong Wolf, just to work on that aspect. Other than that, I thought she did really good, especially in the stand-up. She's a slow starter. I wasn't sure if she'd make it out of the first round, but I knew once she did, she'd turn up the striking, and she did. So it was really nice work by Park. Sorry, guys, I got a cold. Things Ham needs to work on. I thought she didn't adapt very well to the way Park was working her striking. She tried to keep forcing the action from Park, but Park was a lot faster with her footwork. Ham was a little more flat-footed in this fight. I think because she was trying to cock the left hand back and land a hard left again. So I think she needs to work on her footwork some more and, driving the action better. She was trying to drive the action by stalking forward and make Park strike so that she could land those big counters. It just wasn't as effective against Park. And I think she realized that when she would have to, charge forward with the strikes in order to land better. I think Ham should also work on clinching some more. Other than that, I think she did excellent, and this was her second defense of her title. So matches to make after this. So one match I would really like to see for Park. I want to see, I think her and Yuri Shim are the two best of this new generation of Korean ladies in the atomweight division. They're both striking based. I'd really like to see how they fight against each other. So I'd like to see Jeong-Eun Park versus Yuri Shim. As for Ham, I want to see... they need to bring in someone internationally again. I know... I don't know Rhodes' financial situation. It seems they're not doing as well as they were in 2017. Can't say for sure. I don't know their financials. But I'd like to see them bring in someone more international. I'd like to see maybe... I know she's coming off a loss, but maybe Amber Brown or Alicia Zapatella. Who else would be good? I'd like to see him bring back the new Deep Jewels champ, Tomomi Sawa. If they want to bring in someone closer to home, would be good. Other than that, not sure. Guys, I'll link the fight down below. Now, the Road FC posted video has a lot of ads right in the middle of the action. So if you can, go to their Facebook page. You can watch the entire event. Fast forward to the fight. Watch it ad-free. But I will link the YouTube video down below. Let me know what you thought about the fight in the comments down below. Please, thumbs ups are always appreciated. And what are you waiting for? Subscribe to WMMA Scene Now, the best, fastest growing women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Guys, have a good night.